Okay, this is part two. I finished removing the fuel tank. What I did was I left them attached to the top up here, and I disconnected them from the lines right there. You can see my hand pointing. Yeah, right there. From the fuel filter and the other lines. I left one of the straps up here. I could have took it out, but you know it's hard to take it out when the tank is up there. It's easy to take it out now, but leave that up here because it's gonna have to go back in place once the tank gets put back up there. I did disconnect. Um, these were the right disconnects for the fuel pump itself. This here, male, and this female. Yeah. So, um, I ended up unplugging something else because I didn't know. I wasn't sure if it was hanging on or not because this is my first time doing it on this vehicle. Now, okay, so I unplugged this. Okay, well, I can plug that back in there. Just wanted to make sure it wouldn't hold on to anything once I get it out. Now, next step is to actually remove the fuel pump. Okay, now, I see. Now, okay, this is a little lip that keeps the fuel pump in place. There is a little, see that little clip right there, and what else? Maybe right there. That little piece right there. That little piece right there. It that's what we actually having to push. Um, from right here, or right here, or right here. They go counterclockwise. So, gonna put this on there, like that, there, and tap. Don't put all the pressure on one. Come around and tap that one, because they will bend. I found that they will like bend instead of turn this whole piece. So you hit it, each one of them, with a little bit of, give each one of them a little couple taps until you're sure the whole piece is turning. And after you're sure the whole piece is turning, at that point, you know, it doesn't really matter which one you hit. But I still go all the way around. Because I'm doing this now and they're bending out, but they're not turning. This whole piece is supposed to be turning. Now another thing you can hit to get them out is these pieces right here. I don't know if you see it. But this, it should be like two more around here somewhere. Yep, that's another one. You can barely see it. See it on the angle. It lifts up a little bit. Right there, and one you can't get to right up under there. I think somewhere up under there. Yeah. At any rate, I'm gonna try tapping these because those are harder. Let's see, tap, and we get movage. Okay, tap that one right there. I'll hit it right on. Okay, and right, it's turning much easier now. All right, there we go. He's off. So now, that was the only thing holding fuel pump in there. Now, other than these pieces right there, they should come on out of there. All right. Hey, Ron, could you hand me that bag over there? That bag on the other side of the car. Okay. This is what the fuel pump looks like. Appreciate it, bro. Okay. Now, make sure when you're taking this out, there's a float in here And you don't want to damage it because the float goes back in there. This is the fuel, not filter, but this is the fuel screen. A lot of places won't sell you the fuel pump without this screen because it helps to stop filth from the bottom of the tank getting into your fuel system. Is there a little dirt and the debris and stuff? Yeah. Okay, now this fuel pump has to be removed and replaced with this fuel pump right here. I'll show you in a second here. Okay. This is the replacement fuel pump. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Need a little extra stuff we might need there. It comes with, of course, the O-ring so the fuel tank doesn't leak. And they don't always match up good. Now, see, this fuel tank wasn't leaking, and I would put this on here, but you see these little, you see how it goes down like that around there? It doesn't have that on here. So, since it's not exact, I'm not going to put it on there and have to fight with it later on. Because this one is not leaking. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Because we try to put this one on and it don't work, then we go into a whole bunch of other mess. Okay. This is an adapter for just in case it's different, and I'm hoping it's not, but it might be. And if it is, then it probably is if they got this on here. Let me see something. Let's see here. Okay. Alright. That fits down in there like so, I think. Yeah, they got to fit down in there like that. That's there. Well, it's supposed to. Does he have a clip around him? Yes, he does. I'm going to leave him alone. But, that should clip down. There you go. In there like that there. Alright. And that means that that one probably don't fit. Let's find out, just in case. It might fit. I might not even have to use all that. Use this little adapter piece. Hopefully not. But we'll find out. Come on off of there. Once it got on, it's on there, ain't it? Sheesh. It does not want to come back off of there. And I didn't even put that much pressure on there. It does not want to come back out of there for some reason. Alright. It happened with new stuff. Okay. Let's see if that fits in there like it's supposed to. It looks like it should fit. Let's find out. Oh, wait a minute. That's the difference. Okay, see, this one doesn't have that extra little clip. You see this little clip right here? This one doesn't have that. So it can fit down easier in there than that one. But that one should still fit. What I'm going to do is make sure that it fits around there before I even put it on there. Because that's the only thing that's a problem. Let's see. Okay, that fits in there somewhat. That little piece on the back is still getting on my nerves right there, but maybe that's why they give us a new one. So what we're gonna do, because I don't want to struggle with that and all that, what have you. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna take him off and once we take him off, we're going to hit these two little clamps right here. Well, now that I see, it's 3 clamps. Okay, alright, let's see here. It's one on the side, one on the front, and one on the other side. So, pop that one up, and the other one came up, all on its own. Alright, well, none of that is needed. I'm just making sure that's not holding it down, so I'm taking it out the way. Because the replacement don't have that on it. As you see, it's turned that way, and it doesn't have that extra stuff. Extra 2 little holes, it doesn't have them. So I assume it doesn't need them. So that's just the dealer, dealer parts aren't, and original parts. I mean, dealer parts and the parts that you get to replace dealer parts are different most times. So, all right, with this one, we just have to go upward. Okay, actually, let's just pop this off. Let's get a screwdriver right quick, and that just presses on. So when coming off, it just presses off as well. See, just like that, there. Okay. Okay. Now that that's off, this will go upward, and as it comes upward, it comes out of that little hole down there. So that little hole is, and then it comes out. Ta-da! That's it. Then, since we have a replacement rubber, we're going to see if it's the same, so we can replace it with it and go from there. Let's see here. Okay, now take it out, see if it matches up. It kind of sort of matches up, just a little bigger, I think. It's real close. It's real close. Let's see what it looks like in there. Okay, does it fit in there is the question. See these little two pokey things right here? This one and that one goes through this and that hole. So we're going to put them through the holes like they're supposed to. Fit him through that hole like it's supposed to. Pull it a little bit. There we go. And put him through the hole. Ah, come on, come on. Go through the hole. He was just in there. Okay, now grab him, pull him through. Alright. Okay, he fits kind of perfect-ish. That little design fits through the hole. He holds on. Okay. Pull that through real good. Okay. Alright, he fits. Alright, so now let's get the new fuel pump and the reverse of what we just did. Okay, now we can take that off, I guess, because that is just this piece that's up under here, so we don't need that. So we line that up with that. See how the hole is pointed down like that? So we line the hole up with that. Scoot him up on there. Line the hole up again on the inside. Scoot him in there. Scoot him down as much as possible. Let's see here. Scoot him down as much as possible. Okay. Make sure that's all the way in there as much as possible. Alright. Okay. We don't want to bend this little thing. It's just a little piece of steel. Okay. Alright. Now, since he didn't buy a fuel screen, we're going to have to put the old one on there. And see, it might be a problem because see, this one went on and it had something to attach that to. See that little part right there? Alright, now this one doesn't have that extra little part, and that might be a small problem. That might be a problem. Let's find out. Let's try to put it on there and see what happens. Okay, we're gonna pause here because I want this is not gonna fit on right. This is just not. It's not the right piece, and the rubber's not gonna allow it to go all the way up on there because that piece right there is too small. It needs to be flush to go all the way up on there. You can go flush with this one because it has enough room. It has a piece on there. This one doesn't have that extra little piece right there. So the client is going to have to either A, buy the correct fuel screen or have no screen. I'm going to find out and we're going to come back with part 3. Okay?